Hi guys, welcome to a new video. So in today's video we're going to be exploring some of the worst places in Blackpool for crime rate, cleanliness, etc. and also some of the good places in Blackpool, the best places to live. So without further ado, we'll get straight into the video. We're going to bring some interesting statistics as well. So yeah, hope you enjoy the video and let's get right into it.
Blackpool is the most dangerous major town in Lancashire and is the third most dangerous overall out of Lancashire's 136 towns, villages, and cities. The overall crime rate in Blackpool in 2022 was 162 crimes per 1,000 people. This compares poorly to Lancashire's overall crime rate.
So I just thought we'd start the video off actually here. It's Boundary Place, it's in Grange Park. And it's been a while since I've walked up this way, to be honest. I mean, just look at these new houses, what they're actually building. Just a quick look around there. You see, they've all got like really nice cars and things like that. So whether these are sort of like social housing or some are private, things like that. Actually developing Grange Park, and it does look quite nice, I must say. Some of the houses, they're all obviously nice and modern. They're still building them, just to the left, which I'll show you in a moment. But the areas it looks actually nice. Not too much rubbish about, and considering this is Grange Park, no disrespect to anybody who lives here, but I'll say, a couple of decades ago it was classed as one of the worst areas. Yeah, just look at that. That looks obviously like sort of social housing or something as well. Flats. But they have actually developed it quite well, considering. Like I said, there's no litter really. Obviously you get the odd box and things, but I think you get that everywhere. But yeah, not too bad at the moment. So as you can see, they're still developing some more houses on the site, so I'm not too sure how many houses are actually going up, but they actually look very nice. So whether you need to sort of be on the council list or anything like that to acquire one of these, yeah, they're still developing them. So it'll be interesting to see if you can buy them or they are for local residents. So let's continue a little bit further. So this is Tyson Company Homes. They're working in partnership with Blackpool Council, developing all these new buildings. Just opposite the road. Just go down a little bit. On this road here, you can actually see a house there with a window smashed at the top, doors being like being kicked in or something. That's just opposite the brand new homes. So these are all probably council houses or ex-council houses. It's a bit of a shame really, but they are developing the area, which is good. Just over there, I'll just even see a little bit there. You got a little chemist, a little grocery shop, things like that, which is handy for the residents. Probably been there for sort of 7-10 years, I'd imagine. So we'll carry on. At the moment, the streets don't look too bad, to be honest. I mean, obviously, there is a house there. Like I said, it's such a shame that's been kicked in and smashed windows. But they are developing. There's not too much rubbish about, so we'll continue and see what else we can find. So it's just a little walk around a couple of streets. So we're not going to stay on this area too long, Grange Park. We are going to have a quick look at Central Drive. I know that's been videoed so many times by different YouTubers, etc. But in this video, we're just trying to bring you something a little bit different. Like I said, sort of the poor areas of Blackpool, and then we're going to have a quick look at the rich areas, the big houses and things like that. So yeah, to be honest, there's a bit of rubbish here and there. There's a few houses what could do with a bit of TLC, but not being sort of judgmental or anything like that. You know, does it depend on things like interest rates? You know, people borrow for Christmas. You know, they get the Christmas presents on the credit cards. They're paying the big interest, paying them back. So, you know, the way the economy is at the moment. You know, or is it, you know, life choices people has made? I mean, it depends what you want out of life. If you're happy, you know, what makes you happy in life? You know, that extra bedroom, that bigger car. You know, are you quite happy on, you know, an area in a state like this? So it's all down to preference, really. But like I said, I'm not going to stay too long on this area. But what we've seen so far, they are actually developing Grange Park, which is really good for the locals and everything. So we'll just carry on a little bit further. Rather than me, guys, up in that height. I don't do heights. Looks like they're doing a bit of work on the telephone lines, but yeah, rather than me. So we're just in Stanley Park now, or near Stanley Park. We're going to visit another area. It's actually quite nice houses along here. So yeah, I was going to see what the area is like around here in comparison to like Central Drive and Grange Park. So let's get to it. So as you can see, this is just near Stanley Park. You can see Stanley Park just over to the right there. It's a really nice park if you haven't visited. We have done a video actually of all the attractions, what is in Stanley Park. So if you haven't seen that, I'll pop a link in the description. It's certainly worth a watch on that one. But yeah, this is Stanley Park, and as you can see, some of the houses are really magnificent. Obviously several hundred thousand. But just wanted to see what the area is like, if there's any rubbish, things like that. Yeah, just have a sort of general nosy really, and just bring it to you. Just see what the difference is between areas and possibly, you know, like the people who live in them. I mean, look at this. They've actually got, I'll just pan around here, they've actually got a mobile nail van, which people are getting pampered in there. Look at that. How surprising is that? So they're actually doing sort of like nails and beauty mobile. So I don't think you'll see that in other areas, put it that way. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any rubbish on the streets, anything boarded up here. It'd be surprising who lives in these places. So we're just not going to sort of spend a lot of time videoing each house and things like that. It's just like a general quick rundown of the area. So this is like Stanley Park, and the streets are immaculate. There's no rubbish at all around. I mean, people do walk here all the time. So is it down to the individuals who are littering? You know, down to the class of people who just don't care in certain areas and they bin the rubbish? Or is it down to the council who actually do a lot of work here? So what do you think, guys? So as you can see, there's some really lovely houses near Stanley Park. If you ever just have a little look around, you don't see any rubbish. Unlike areas we're going to sort of bring you in the video. There is the odd thing now and again what people have probably thrown out. But all in all, it's actually really clean, the area. Like I said, you do get a lot of people walking up and down here. So whether the council constantly clean here, oh, saying that, there is, I mean, a couple of little bits, a couple of little plastic bags, things like that, which is nothing really to write home about. You get that everywhere. But all in all, the area is actually a lot cleaner than the places we're going to visit in this video. So like I said, it's what is it down to? Is it down to individuals? Is it down to young people not caring? Or is it down to the council who actually spend more money on these sort of areas? So we're just in Central Drive now. We just arrived. So we're not going to video the streets and the shops. It's been done so many times. We've done it ourselves to bring you the worst areas, the filthiest areas in Blackpool. So if you haven't checked out that video as well, go and have a look at that. It's a good video actually. So we're going to look at a few houses today and just see what the area's like, if there's any rubbish, things like that, and have a look. But out of 236 towns, Blackpool is voted the third worst for crime rate, which the statistics and everything will be in the description, and violence is right at the top. And out of all of Lancashire, for November 2023, Blackpool was the worst, which is really shocking. And the worst areas are Central Drive, which comes out top. The best areas are north, shall I say, which is like Bispham, Gin Square, Norbrek, was voted the best areas in Blackpool to live and for crime rate. So, like I said, it's really shocking and quite saddening to see those figures. Again, it'll be in the description. It is a good read. So if you are thinking about moving or relocating in the Blackpool area, have a look at them figures, and based on some of that, if you are interested in statistics and crime, have a look at them, and that might sway your opinion of moving. So we're going to have a quick look at a few houses, a few areas in Central Drive, and see why they have been voted the worst for crime and living standards. So let's get going. So at the back of Central Drive now, and the first thing I've noticed is this little park here. Obviously for local residents to play in, and just look at it. It's disgusting. I mean, would you let your kids out in here? There's mud, old chairs. It's just not been maintained. And this is like the local area. No wonder, this generation, the next generation will end up in a lot of trouble and everything. They've just got nowhere to go. It's just not maintained by the council at all, which is such a shame. So we'll just have a little move around as well. Like I said, it's at the back of Central Drive. As you can see in the other little clips we brought you from Grange Park, and from the nice areas in Stanley Park, there's hardly any rubbish. And just look at this. This is like people live in this state. Look at it. People are living like this in this day and age. Why? Is it fly tipping? Is it people just not interested? Is it the residents? Or is it down to the council just not funding this area? It's not the best. Like I said, this is literally where people are living. As you can see, what's going on. It looks like they're doing a bit of renovation to that building. I mean, they're just shops. We're not gonna sort of take another old mattress over there. What it is with people with mattresses, whether it's the people living in these areas haven't got access to transport, they want to get a new mattress possibly, and they just can't get rid of it, and they just fly tip it and dump it. So yeah, this is it's a sad state of affairs we live in. So like I said, what do you think it is? Do you think it's the generation we brought up in, or do you think it's the council? Who's to blame? It's a big question. Like I said before, interest rates, people, who live here, they're living on the breadline. So they're borrowing money, for Christmas and food, living day by day. You won't put it out to personal choice. It depends if they're happy, what they want out of life, things like that. But we're just coming off this, it's not too bad. The area, because it is the worst for crime area around this estate and Central Drive in general. I mean, we are coming in the daytime. I don't think I'd like to come in at night time around here. But yeah, it's quite upsetting, really. So I was just walking along behind Central Drive and we just noticed that the Odeon is now being demolished. As you can see, look at that. It's all being ripped down. That is a surprise. Unfortunately, it just went during COVID. It was so busy in COVID, I went myself. And 2-3 years ago when COVID hit, it just completely ruined the business basically. People just stopped going because of the 2 metre distance and things like that. So the only one left is in Cleveland's. So I wonder what is going to go here. Again, looks like this used to be a house or something that was here before. Look at it now, right on your doorstep. How would that make you feel if you're trying to sell your house? Prospective buyers came and looked at this. What is all this about? What is all this about? Fly tipping? Who knows? Just look at it. We're just near Princess Court now, just opposite the Odeon. So we're just going to have a quick look down this street. First thing what jumps out would be a dumped rubbish. Look at that, old carpets, old boxes. And like I said, people are living on this area. So is this down to fly tipping? Is it down to the council emptying the bins? It looks like these bins haven't been emptied for months. Look at this. Look at that, an old TV, set of drawers, a glass table. I mean, imagine if kids are playing here, they smash that glass table. You know, the shards of glass, cut themselves to bits. Look at this. Why have the council not emptied these bins? I mean, it's not just like recent, it's just, it looks like they haven't been emptied for a long time. So we're just going to have a little walk down behind these houses. So it looks like the council do empty the bins maybe. I mean, there's bins all out here. But, yeah. Again, I wouldn't like to walk down these streets at night. What are your thoughts on that one? I mean, according to the stats, what the government have released, we are walking down one of the worst areas in the northwest, which includes Manchester, Liverpool, etc. Would you feel safe? That's the question. In some areas, not too bad. You know, looks like a new little development plot, probably in the last 30-40 years. Those bungalows there, that doesn't look too bad. But yeah, let's just have a look down that street where we've just been. Are black cats supposed to be unlucky or lucky? That's the question. So that's the back of some houses, how people are living to this day. even missing the street on the sign. Turn away if you don't want to see this one, guys. This is what you get. So guys, we're just in Bispham now. We're just gonna have a look around the area in Bispham, the street, see what it's like, see if there's any rubbish, things like that. Again, according to the statistics, the crime rate in Bispham is really good compared to other parts of Blackpool. So we're just gonna have a little walk around and just see if we can see anything. Yeah, what's not brilliant. So let's go. So this is Delphine Avenue in Bispham. So we're just having a look around the streets, just see anything, just in comparison to, like I said, Blackpool. So as you can see, it's really clean. There's no rubbish, no litter anywhere. There's nothing at all. That's just somebody's like a plant pot and a bit of plastic, so that's nothing to write home about. But the streets are lovely and clean. Like I say, compared to other areas, so we're gonna just go a bit more on the Devonshire Road side, where a lot of people walk. So just see what the area's like there. So yeah, let's get to that area. So this is Devonshire Road in Bispham. We're heading back towards the north. We're not heading to Cleveland, we're heading like to the north side of Blackpool. So like I say, this is in Bispham. These are some of the nice houses, as you can see. Maybe £300,000-400,000 each one of these. But as you can see, the streets are immaculate. So, like I said before, is it down to individuals, down to the generation? What's it down to? Why Blackpool is so filthy and the streets really bad with litter, and Bispham is lovely and clean? What's that down to? Again, you probably get, the footwalk. So people be walking up and down this street as well, just as much as Blackpool. Maybe not as much, but in comparison, it's really clean, as you can see. So we're just going to visit one more area, which is in Bispham, near the college. So we're going to have a look there and see what it's like in that area as well. Road in Bispham, and this used to be classed as one of the worst areas again in Blackpool 2 or 3 decades ago, with the crime rate, stealing, all sorts of gangs. It has actually quieted down a lot now, so we're going to have a quick scout round to show you the area, what it is like today. So these are the houses, the ex-council houses. I mean, some are owned still by the council, some are private now. Like I said, this used to be a really bad area, going back in time. So people who've been in Blackpool for years, born in Blackpool, they'll know this area quite well and the reputation it did have. But it is actually really nice now. Just right opposite those new houses, they used to be garages. They developed them about 10 years ago to houses, but they used to be garages there. But yeah, this is Poulton Road. So it's like a little alley going between streets. Looks like someone's having some work done in that house to the right. As you can see, they're just like rows and rows of these houses. They all look exactly the same. As you can see, someone's having some work done to that house. Like I said, there's no There's no rubbish about, anything like that. So it all looks nice and clean. Again, those houses to the right, there used to be garages there. They're now being transformed into houses. And there is actually a little pond. We'll just have a quick visit. I remember coming back here a few years ago, and there was actually people were fly tipping all sorts near the little pond. So we're just gonna have a quick scout, just see if it's been cleaned up, what it is like now. So this is a little path leading down to the lake. As you can see, it is quite muddy because we had a lot of rain. So, in fact, I'm probably not going to go because it's really muddy there. So I'm not going to venture all the way. But this is a lovely little park just off Poulton Road. As you can see, it's really clean. There's no rubbish about, nothing like that. It's really nice actually. So if you do fancy walking your dog or having a bit of a visit, certainly come to this little park. So thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, we just thought we'd bring you different areas of Blackpool, and we'll put all the statistics in the description below. See what you think. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, give us a subscribe, like the video. Any comments you would like us to video something, pop it in the comments again, and we'll do our best to do that for you. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. So guys, I know I said I was going to end the video, but we did find another way to this lake near the college, and it's really nice. Look at this, and there's not one little bit of tiny rubbish just there, but that is nothing at all compared to what it was before. It used to have all sorts in this lake. So it looks like the council have cleaned it up completely. So yeah, we'll end the video there. Again, thanks for watching, guys, and you take care of yourself.